Hello everyone. Welcome to Vocabulary Tablet. I'm Neha, your verbal trainer, and I have been training students for different competitive exams like IELTS, Staff Selection Commission, campus placements for the past 7 years. If you have any queries, you can always reach me on my Gmail ID nehaforlearningenglish@gmail.com. If you want us to cover a specific topic for you, please don't hesitate to email us your suggestions. You can also leave your suggestions in the comment section below. If you want to learn new vocabulary words, you can also follow us on Instagram, Vocabulary Tablet. I have also given the link in the description box below. So let's get started with today's topic, how to improve fluency. If you have landed on this topic, I'm sure that you're already motivated enough to improve your fluency. But for all those who are still trying to find the reason, let's do a fact check. Do you know that English is the most common second language in the world and even in India? It is the language of business across the globe. So you might think my parents speak in mother tongue, people in my neighborhood speak in mother tongue, I don't need English in my life. Well, think again. You will need English to communicate with people from different states, countries, and your friends across the globe. English opens new prospects for you. It opens chances to network with people. You will need English in group discussions, in interviews, for the purpose of studying abroad. There are many ways English can help you in your life. Most importantly, learning language is always fun. So I hope you are motivated enough now. Then what are the main problems you face when we are learning a new language? These are not just your problems. These are the problems that every student faces when learning a new language. And English is no exception. So, the first most common challenge is lack of confidence. Even though I know English, I may not have the confidence to speak in public. Yeah, this can happen to anyone. Second is the lack of English speaking environment. So my parents do not speak in English, my friends do not talk in English. So what happens? We do not get enough people around us who would speak in English with us. So because of this, we do not get chance to practice speaking in English. And then the most common one, fear of humiliation, log kya kahenge. I have seen it so many times that my students do not come up to talk because they are afraid that their friends will make fun of them, that they'll mock at them after the class. So because of the fear of being a laughing stock, they don't even give it a shot and they let the opportunity pass. I would say just get over it. So what if they laugh at you? You should be happy that you made so many people laugh. You are already a stand-up comedian star. You should be happy about it. The last is discouragement from peers. It so happens that we try to speak in a group, trying to improve our English speaking skills, but then our friends would call us arrogant or call us show off and will discourage us from speaking in English. If this happens to you, again I would say, don't take it on your heart. You are going to improve only if you take all these things positively. And if you still cannot muster enough courage to continue practicing in English in front of your friends, we have plenty of pieces of advice for you. Keep on watching. So this video is going to help 3 types of students. One, who only knows basic words and phrases in English and cannot manage to speak complete sentences. Second, those students who can read and understand English really well, but they can't talk in English. Third, The people who are already good at English, who can speak English, but they are not very fluent, they always struggle for the right words, they are stuck at vocabulary. So this video is going to help all of these students. Before we get started, let's just look at what is fluency. Is it about speed? No. My students usually compliment me because I speak at a very high speed. Well, it's not a good thing. There are many countries where you would not be appreciated if you speak at high speed. For example, British might not appreciate your speaking very fast. In America, people do mouth reading when you are talking. So it's again not advised that you speak very fast. They want you to speak at an appropriate speed. So fluency has not much to do with the speed. Is it about accent then? No. If you put on a fake accent, you might only end up making fun of yourself. Even Indian accent has got pretty much credibility around the globe. So I would say, do not try to put on a fake accent. If it comes naturally to you, it's good. So is it about using very sophisticated, hi-fi, advanced vocabulary words? Absolutely not. The purpose of language is communication. If you use difficult words that the other person, the listener, doesn't understand, what is the point of learning a new language? You can't use language just to show off how good you are, how superior you are to others. Language is a mode of communication. You are trying to let people understand what you are trying to say. That is it. So you should use as simple words as possible and avoid technical terms or jargons. Or use the language, use the vocabulary according to the context. Then is it about grammar? Let me ask you, how did you learn your mother tongue? Did you start with grammar lessons? No, right? We started with words. Our mom would say banana, water, plate, help, please, sorry. So she would teach us the words, eventually phrases, and this is how we learn language. This is same with all the languages in the world. You start from words or phrases, probably phonetics, but definitely not grammar. Grammar comes quite after some time. So you can always improve your grammar once you have gained enough fluency. Even I make grammar mistakes sometimes, but it's alright. Language learning is progressive. You are a lifelong student. There is plenty of scope to improve. So if you want to gain fluency, first of all, forget about making mistakes. Forget about speed, accent, and just get started. So fluency is flow. Fluency is about being able to speak without too many pauses or fillers. If you can manage that, well, you are fluent. Now the big question, the million-dollar question, how to gain fluency? I'm going to take you through these three important methods: reading, listening, and speaking. First, reading. There are many of my students who have improved their language skills just by being avid readers. They read a lot, and in this process they gain plenty of vocabulary and they are very good at speaking as well. So although all these methods that we're going to discuss may sound cliche, but they have stood the test of time. They are legit. So I would say that you should read newspapers. You can start with editorials or articles or read a piece of entertainment news, any news of your choice, but do read newspapers. You can also start with novels of your favorite genre. It could be romance, it could be self-help, or it could be science fiction, thriller, whatever interests you. But do start reading novels. Then you can also read blogs on your favorite topics. I would say you should read on different topics like sports, science, economy, business, because reading on different topics will give you exposure to different vocabulary. It is also a very good advice for those preparing for IELTS, because you will need knowledge of different vocabulary words. Then my second recommendation is start reading novels that have everyday use of English. This is in fact how I improved my English. I started reading novels a lot, and I only picked up novels that had lot of dialogues, because those were the kind of dialogues that I could directly use in my daily conversation with probably a little bit of customization. So pick the novels that you think are using the words that you might use every day. So you might take up some simple novels. I would not generally advise it, but starting with Chetan Bhagat could be a good thing because it uses your everyday kind of English. And I started, by the way, my reading habit with Twilight books. So my third advice is read book or movie reviews, because again the kind of words they use, the way they communicate with you, it's going to help you in your fluency. Listening. I recently went to my Aka's home and I met with her son who had American accent, and in fact he returned from America, and he was so good at speaking in English. I asked him how he learned his English, because being an English teacher, I'm always curious about these things. He told me that he was as fluent as a native speaker of America before he even went to America. The reason was he watched a lot of sitcoms. He used to watch Friends, Big Bang Theory, and whatnot. So in this way, while watching those sitcoms, he did not only improve his English, he also got to know American culture. So it all helped him in clearing his IELTS exam and also in gelling well with people in America. By the way, he got 8 bands in IELTS without any tuitions. So that is how watching TV shows helped him. So I would say watch TV shows and programs in English, watch news, watch movies, English movies with subtitles. You can watch any of your favorite dramas. I watch K-dramas a lot. You can set up your choices. You can watch a series on Netflix. But make sure that you are not just entertaining yourself, you are also learning. Last, and the most important, speaking. Can you learn swimming just by reading how to swim? No, right? You have to get into the pool and actually swim to be a good swimmer. Similarly, speaking is a skill. You can't just read and say, I am good at speaking in English. You have to practice speaking in English. Without practicing, you can't be fluent. So, you can practice speaking in English with your friends, and if you are hesitant, you can't practice with your friends, do mirror practice. I would highly suggest you to use your phone to help you out in gaining fluency. So here are my top 3 tips. What you can do is, in the evening, you can record in your phone whatever you did in the entire day. How you felt, if there was anything special, anything new you did, how you are feeling right now. Record yourself and then listen to it before deleting it if you want to. It really helps. Second is you give yourself a topic and then record yourself. Speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Listen to it before you delete it. There are many of the things you will come to know by yourself. You don't need people to tell you where you are wrong. Third, which I personally feel is very important if you want to improve your pronunciation, read aloud. So we discussed earlier that you need to read newspapers or novels. When you are reading newspapers, do it aloud. It not only helps you in improving your pronunciation, it will also give you enough confidence to speak in English. So that is it, guys. These are my tips. I hope they help you. Now, before we end today's lesson, I'm going to take you through some success stories of my students who improved their English. I hope you make the maximum use of this video. Thank you. See you again. Lots of love, Neha. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. See you next week.
Hi everyone, welcome to Vocabulary Tablet. I'm Haripriya. Today I'm in front of you to share with you my experience of how I improved my communication skills and built my confidence. Also, few tips which helped me out. Let me introduce myself. I've been working in Emphasis around 1.5 years. Also, I've been graduated from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, where I met Neha Garg, the owner of Vocabulary Tablet. She was our verbal communications trainer. She helped me out in building confidence in myself that I could do anything and also overcome my stage fear. Before talking about how I improved my skills, let me tell you how I used to be before. From my schooling, I used to score more than 90 in English. My parents always used to think like they had a very good confidence on me that I can talk English very well and I'm very good in it so that I can reach good heights in my career. But some way or the other, I just doubt myself because of the fear I had all the time. I just used to feel they are very proud of me that I'm good in English, I'm scoring well, but I couldn't manage to tell them that I have this fear to talk to someone. Scoring in English and listening is quite an easy job. It can be done by anyone. But speaking is the toughest job because everyone needs a strenuous effort for that. Building confidence in yourself is something like which comes automatically if you put an effort to improve yourself. We need to speak to someone, we need to read books. When I met Neha Garg, she was like so sweet to me. I improved myself and gained confidence by speaking to her daily. I used to talk at least 10 minutes to her for what I did all the day, all the way long, from morning to evening till I met her. I used to narrate a story or something like which used to build confidence in myself that I could overcome my fear and be confident. If you're pretty much confident on what you're talking, then the fluency automatically happens. But the thing is, few grammatical mistakes you have to overcome. For speaking, you need to practice and practice and practice. I started reading books, newspapers, and also talking to someone, talking to myself mostly. I used to learn a word a day and used to manage it to use it in the conversation I used to have with someone else daily, so that it somehow helped me out in learning new words and also build the confidence that I can be fluent in talking to someone. I always wanted to learn the accent, both British and American accent, and also want to be noticed by everyone. But later on, when I started speaking English, then I came to know accent is not something that we must need. It's like we have to be fluent on what and confident in what we are talking. I would like to give you a few tips which helped me out. Point number 1, you have to be confident on what you're speaking. Point number 2, try to learn a new word every day and also try to use it in your daily conversation so that you'll make yourself confident that you're very good in English. Point number 3 is like try to read lot of books and also newspaper editorials. You'll find few new words over there so that there is no need to search yourself. Point number 4, forget about the accent. Like, it depends. Everyone wants to learn some British accent or American accent. They always want looking at a person having a good accent. They feel like even I it would be very good if I too had an accent. But the thing is like, so be confident on yourself and just don't worry about the accent which you have. And remember, Indian accent is the best. Point number 5, try to talk to someone or the other daily for at least 10 to 15 minutes. If not with someone, try talking to yourself sitting in front of the mirror. I somehow managed all these with the help of Neha ma'am, and today I'm very happy that I could manage everything and I'm good in it. I just feel proud, and also I still feel like I can do much more better. I request you all to like, share, and subscribe to the channels. Also, who always had doubts in this facing an interview or something related to placement, it helps you out, and also grammatical stuffs which she is producing helps you out a lot. Thank you everyone. Take care. Bye bye.
Hello everyone, I'm Srikanth, pursuing mechanical engineering at IRE. We had Neha ma'am's classes in 3-1. Earlier, I used to have stage fear. I could not face the crowd and speak confidently. But after attending ma'am's classes, I observed a lot of change in myself. As ma'am advised, I started reading newspapers, novels, and articles, which improved my reading skills and widened my scope of knowledge. Ma'am used to conduct debates, group discussions, and jam sections regularly. The classes were very interactive. Debate is a social way of expressing one point of view on the topic. By participating in debate, it boosted up my confidence, made me bold enough to speak in any situation. I learned to accept different point of views on the same topic. By getting involved in group discussions, I improved my thinking, learning, and speaking skills. With the help of group discussions, I evaluate a problem on an issue based on the suggestions made by the members. So, coming to the jam sessions, with the help of jam sessions, I overcome stage fear and improve my time management skills and spontaneity. So, finally, I suggest that you guys to start reading newspapers, novels, and articles and use dictionary whenever needed. And finally, if you guys feel that you are not confident, start talking to yourself by standing in front of the mirror. It really works. And finally, I'm very thankful to the ma'am for all of this. Thank you.